Welcome, brothers and sisters, to another live Google Hangout here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's go ahead and get ready to hear some very, very pertinent and very valuable information tonight, brothers and sisters. My name is Daryl Muhammad. As always, I'm coming to you live from my home office here in Houston, Texas. A beautiful day here in Houston. Sunshiny day. I think it was somewhere near 70 degrees. I know it's not like that all over the country, but wherever you are, brothers and sisters, you're at the right place at the right time here with us at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. And I'm not by myself tonight. You know, this is getting better and better here in 2015, and I'm here with our brother. He is back from last week, the Courage Coach. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. He is back. The Courage Coach, giving us the courage to roar. We want to go ahead and welcome our brother back, Brother Rodney Assad Muhammad. Brother Rodney, are you there?
Yes, sir, Brother Daryl. I am here. Assalamu alaikum to our Black Wealth Empowerment family, and to those of you who are watching us live on the internet. Oh my goodness, I love this live broadcast medium, Brother Daryl. You know, I've listened to a lot of conference calls, been to a lot of workshops and seminars, and I'll tell you, we just thank Allah for you just being so involved in the personal development industry and just learning new things and growing and developing as an individual, that you would even find a medium like this, bring it to us, the believing family, and then actually implement. See, it's one thing to learn something new. It's another thing to implement. So I thank you for the medium. I thank our brother Jesse out there. Matter of fact, Brother Jesse's in the same state right now, so I just came in on his heels here in Oregon right now. So I'm fresh from Alabama, got into Oregon today, brothers and sisters. So I really thank you all for holding it down last week. I don't know if you was holding it down because Sister Brandy, she's a natural at this. This is what she do. Right? So I really thank you all for welcoming me back, and thank you, Brother Daryl, once again for allowing me to just kind of be here with you, Sister Brandy, and then also you know, it's what better day to be on when we got our brother going to be coming on a little later on, Brother Michael Carlos Muhammad. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you for being here, being present, showing up, and showing out. This is Rodney Assad Muhammad, your Courage Coach. We going all in today, y'all. This is going to be a powerful, powerful talk today. So, Brother Daryl, I'm going to swing it back over to you.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and welcome back, Brother Rodney Assad. We're happy to have you back, brother. We appreciate your dedication to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and this platform. That brother is in Oregon, showing up to help us broadcast and help us bring whatever it is that Allah has deposited in his spirit, especially for the members here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Of course, you know, we're taught manners. We're taught how to be civilized men and women in the Nation of Islam. So we don't want to delay. We want to just welcome our sister, our membership coordinator, Sister Brandy Muhammad. We just want her to come on right now and just greet everybody, and we'll hear from her a little bit later. Sister Brandy, are you there?
I am here. Assalamu alaikum, family. I pray all is well. I'm happy to see you all again. Praise be to Allah. I'll be back on very soon. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so glad Brother Rodney Assad is back in the house with us. We're ready to hear him roar. Let's get it. We're excited. Praise be to Allah. Brother Daryl, back to you.
All right, all right. Thank you, Sister Brandy. You know, the nation is not complete without sisters. Nation is not complete without sisters. So we have our very own MGT trained Sister Brandy Muhammad here with us to help us with this broadcast, and we're most grateful to Allah for her. Brothers and sisters, welcome once again to Black Wealth Empowerment Live, and we're just going strong, brothers and sisters. This is 2015, and as the minister said, if he's our leader, we should follow him in spirit and in truth. He said that he is no way tired. So surely, us being half his age, us being 3 decades, younger than him, we shouldn't be tired either. We should get tired, catch a breath, but we should not have a tired, weary spirit. Brothers and sisters, we are so grateful to have you here with us this evening, but we need you to do a couple of things. You know, this is called Black Wealth empowerment. Black wealth empowerment. That means we have to do something. All right. 2015 at BWE, we said this is the year of manifestation. Manifestation means you take something out of the spiritual realm and you bring it into the physical realm. Go ahead and put that in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group right now as a nugget. All right. Manifestation is when you take things out of the spiritual realm of the unseen and move it into the physical realm of the seen. Brothers and sisters, we want to welcome you. And as always, go into the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group right now and go ahead and give us all of your information. All of your information. That's right. Your name, what city, what mosque study group. All right. And what do you do for a living? What do you do to take care of your family? What do you do, brothers and sisters? We want to know what that is because we do have active participating members here. All right, we have members that go into the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group during the week, and they go in and they network with each other. They communicate with each other. All right, brothers and sisters, that's what this is all about. This is following the instruction that our Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan gave us in his 52-week broadcast, in instructions on what we should do with this social media platform. All right, and that's what we're doing here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live, right here, Google Hangout. But we need you to participate, fully participate. All right, so put your information in there. Put your name, your city, your mosque study group. All right, put that stuff in there. Put that stuff in there because we want to know that you're present. All right, we want to know that you can hear us loud and clear. All right, brothers, so go ahead and do that right now. And we're going to start acknowledging you. We're going to start recognizing you because as the Supreme Wisdom says, you know, we want to know. We want to know. We want to know if you're here. All right, we want to know if you're present and accounted for. So go ahead, brothers and sisters, put your name with city, with mosque study group, and what do you do for a living? If you have a business or you're in business, go ahead and put your web address in there, your URL, your internet real estate address. Go ahead and put that in there. All right, because you never know who's going to find it. You never know who's going to visit the private, elusive, exclusive group. You never know who's looking for the very product or service that you deliver. All right, and it can be at your job. That's okay. If they're paying you, then that's a means that you're using to take care of you and your family. All right, as I said before, if you're spending your time, investing your time at a job, be proud, but most importantly, be grateful for that job. All right, don't be embarrassed. All right, go ahead and let us know what it is that you do so we can recognize you. All right, and we can support you financially, patronize your business. That's what Black Wealth is all about, brothers and sisters. It's with the objective to bring it back home and circulate it within our community here in the Nation of Islam first, and then the greater Black community as a whole. So with that being said, let's swing it over to our coach, Rodney Assad Muhammad, and let's go ahead and see who's present and accounted for. Coach, are you there?
Uh-oh, let's see who's, you know, I like this part. This is my part now. Come on, just because I was gone for a week don't mean I don't like this part still. so yes, sir. So let me go on over here and put in the post. I have approved a couple posts, sister. You know, Sister Mavis J. Muhammad. She knows how to follow the instructions. But you know, I guess that's why brother Jesse is able to do what he does because he comes from a long line of dedicated instruction followers, those who are servants of the people, those who are out there getting things done. And Mama Mavis, you know, that's what she does. You know, the apple don't fall too far from the tree, they say. And so she's produced some absolute giants of her sons and daughter, and just giants with our people. So Sister Mavis J. Muhammad is definitely following them instructions. But she posted what you posted, what you said to post, Brother Daryl, and that was very powerful. I had to go in there and post that too. You know, it's rare that we get a chance to participate like that. But we got Sister Betty Muhammad, our sister, out of Muhammad Mosque number 32 in Phoenix, Arizona, of Ashanti Silk Enterprises. I like saying that. She's the author of Dear Holy Apostle and Characteristics of a Divine Leader. Acquiring gold is the name of the game right now, brothers and sisters. You want to acquire gold. It'll be an excellent medium of exchange as this dollar collapses and other currencies start to collapse globally. It'll be an excellent medium of exchange. All right, so Sister Betty posted her website there, so we're going to approve that message. And Sister Mavis J. Muhammad, Sister Mavis Jackson Muhammad here with the Overcomers Foundation, counseling and consultation in Houston, Texas. She's a charter member of the mighty Muhammad Mosque number 45. Getting things done out there. A lot of powerful things happen out of Muhammad Mosque number 45. And then, Sister Jennifer's welcoming some of the new members. We're gonna do that a little later. We're gonna wait for that one. Well, Sister Jennifer and Brother Darren out of Muhammad Mosque number 32, and she said fluctuating weather Arizona because it has been wild. It's been going from one extreme to the other. I don't know if you turn the heater on. Should we put the cooler on? What's going on right now in Arizona? And so Sister Jennifer posted experience in delivering exceptional customer service for 17 years and looking forward to the transition to total. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to add something to that. Put total self-sufficiency. All right? Because you are self-sufficient right now. You're just using a different medium or vehicle by which you are sufficient in handling your responsibilities in life. It's all about handling responsibilities. See, if everybody worked for themselves, the question is, if every single person had their own business and we relied on everybody else to patronize our business, that's called bartering, brothers and sisters. Keep that in mind. That's called bartering. So you gotta want to get into that at some point, Brother Darrell. I know Brother Darrell will touch on this stuff, and those of our other speakers we have come on will talk about that. But it's not about money. At that point, if every Muslim nation of Islam was actually had their own business, where would you get money from? You'd have to go outside of our circle in order to get actual paper monies and clicks in the computer to be able to pay rent and things like that. So when we're dealing with one another, we have to start moving into maybe bartering things. If I have something that Brother Darrell needs and Brother Darrell has something I need, instead of us exchanging paper money, why don't we exchange the products, the goods, the services? And that's a medium. I saw a whole organization in Arizona that's all they do. They come together in a big conference center, and you can barter with other people. So if you have something like a roofing business, but you need awning for your business, but you do roofing, you exchange $6,000 in roofing for $6,000 worth of awning, and no money has to be exchanged. And so it's a beautiful, beautiful concept. And so let me refresh right now, Brother Darrell, real quick, and see Sister Cheryl, there we go. Sister Cheryl Muhammad from Elizabeth City, North Carolina, said no mosque right now, because there are no North Carolina is the different parts of the Carolinas. There only got a couple little places out there, but she said, well, that will soon change. That's what I'm talking about, Sister Cheryl. Yeah, keep that real. Says she's a student and eBay seller also, formerly from Mosque number 2. That's Mosque Mariam, my flagship mosque. She said her website is still under construction, and so she posted the website. Said please check back soon. That's what I'm talking about. The Palace of Inspiration. I like that. That's almost like Meet the Goal. Come on now, watch out. And right now, that's it, Brother Darrell. In terms of those who are following those instructions, who are tuned in right now, post their name, their mosque, the city they're in, what business or opportunity they're a part of right now, or what they do for a living, what their job description might be. You might be in sales or management or something like that. Go ahead and post that in. Like Brother Darrell said, don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy. This is what you do to earn a living. And if you do it well enough for somebody to keep you doing it, that means you do it well enough to at some point maybe take the show on the road or do a little bit more where you get the lion's share or the bulk of the income from doing that thing that you do for, quote, somebody else. All right? So definitely, brothers and sisters, make sure you go ahead and do that right now in the private, loose, exclusive Facebook group. Brother Darrell, I think I'm swinging it back over to you. Wow.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Thank you. All right. Those are the ones who show up. 80% of success is just showing up. Now that's 80% now. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. I think some of us trying to get 100%, but it's 80%. You max out at 80% of showing up, and then what you do once you show up. But let's go ahead now and swing it over to our sister, our membership coordinator. She has some information, some very, very important information about the membership drive, about what we're going to do as a group. all right, collectively as a group to push BWE to the next level, all right? Those of you who are with us, you've been with us for a while, so you know that we set a couple of benchmarks there for us to achieve and expand, include the youth, include a Buy Black campaign, in the whole 9 yards. The sister has volunteered to step up and take responsibility as far as focusing on membership and cultivating the membership base, because that's where it's at. Teamwork makes the dream work, and membership pushes the organization forward. So with that being said, let's move over to our dear sister, the baker like no other, extraordinaire herself, Sister Brandy Muhammad. Sister Brandy, mic check,
Yes, sir.
mic check.
I'm on. Mic check. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, believers,
Take it
once
away.
again, welcome to the Black Wealth Empowerment Works group, Facebook group. Just a reminder, I sent out a video a little bit earlier this week reminding everybody that we are in a quality membership drive. And what the quality membership drive is simply this: asking each and every one of us that are on the BWE group each week to do the same thing. Invite those that are believers in the Nation of Islam, of course, to participate in participate and be part of the Facebook group. And it's vital because, as Brother Darrow has just stated, being a member, you get additional perks from being a member. As you already may be experiencing different perks of being a member, you want to also share that with others as well. Simply, with the quality membership drive, invite those believers that you know that are interested in building wealth and also helping out of Minister Louis Farrakhan. That should be all the believers in the whole United States, out of the United States and all over the world. Inviting those members to participate. Follow those simple instructions. Get them to get on to the BWE, the Google Hangout, log in, register, and then they can become active just like you are doing currently. Another way to bring those people to participate, as well as I stated in the video, is doing the rebroadcast. When we have the broadcast and we have the flyers when the flyers presented on usually Thursday or Friday, Brother Darrell is presenting the flyer. All you have to do is copy and paste it onto your page, onto your stream. So you can do it on Facebook, you can do it on Twitter, you can do it on Instagram. For those younger folks, you may have a Kick. You can also do it on there. Snapchat is available as well. Simply rebroadcast it as many times as you can, so then the believers will be knowing more about the Black Wealth Empowerment Group. It's a simple way to do it. Doesn't take too much time, just an extra minute out of your day. We have a lot of believers who have done that so far, so we want to say thank you to you all for making your word bond and just following those simple instructions with getting those flyers submitted out to your group of people on Facebook and etc. Brother Darrell, is it time to recognize the believers who are taking action?
Yes, ma'am. Sister, do we have any members waiting to join?
I don't see anybody right now, Brother Darrell. No, sir. Everybody's already.
All right. Well, good.
So
Well, yeah.
far.
Let's go ahead and get into some recognitions. Let us know what members out there are actually doing something, actually, participating with Black Wealth Empowerment Live.
Absolutely. So the first sister, I would say, that we would like to recognize is Sister Denise. Sister Denise is awesome at what she's doing. She is part of the Givers Economy, and she has worked at, if you notice on the Black Wealth Empowerment page, you have seen Sister Denise, and she is giving away some products with her Soul Purpose company. And so you should check that out, because Sister Denise is making her word bond. She said she is committed to giving away products. She is doing it, and she is making sure that everybody on BWE sees it, and also on her personal page as well. We also want to recognize Sister Jennifer and Brother Darren Muhammad. When we recognize people, it's for different things. And so many times I found, just going through the stream, the people that we're recognizing are the people who are constantly producing, constantly, being inspired. Maybe because Brother Michael is on the Tuesday call as well, because those people, Sister Charlotte, Brother Darren, and Sister Jennifer, Sister Betty, Sister Cheryl. I'm telling you, these people, these believers, are the ones that are always stepping up and showing out. I'm telling you, I think you all need to come to Columbus, Ohio. Even though the weather's a little tricky, it would be a good place to come. I'm saying thank you so much for continuing to give to the Givers Economy and giving your time and effort to participate in our weekly conference calls. We appreciate you. We see you. We see and recognize that you are making, conscious efforts to repost pages, giving information, giving articles out, and sharing your wealth of information that you have with the community. So thank you. Brother Darrell, at this point, it's back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Sister Brandy. I appreciate it. Brothers and sisters, some of you all might be watching for the very first time. We want to welcome you. And you might be wondering, what is it that we're talking about? What is it that we're talking about, the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group? Well, brothers and sisters, that's where that's the dance floor, if you will. That's where everything happens, all right? Those of us that you see, we're just the maestro. We're the DJ. We're the ones that play the music. But you are the ones who actually get on the dance floor and actually participate and make the party what it is, if you will. So, brothers and sisters, if this is your first time, you're wondering what is this private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group, well, you're welcome to join. First of all, it's for believers only, okay? It's for believers only. So, therefore, if you're a believer, definitely please join us. Please join us. There's a couple of ways. Right below the video, you see here, right below the video, there is a link that says livevirtualnetworking.com. Go ahead and click on that. That'll take you directly to the Facebook page where you would click join. All right? You click join, and once we go through and verify, we'll go ahead and accept your membership. All right? The other thing you do, if you have your Facebook tab open or when you're listening to this broadcast, go to Facebook and up in the left-hand corner, in the search box, put Black Wealth Empowerment, and that'll go to our page. You click on that right there, and there you will find us. It'll say right there in the banner, Black Wealth Empowerment, Believers Only. Go ahead and click join. Go ahead and click join, and what we'll do, we'll wait until the next broadcast, and at the next broadcast, we will welcome you with open arms. All of our members will show you love and welcome you with open arms to this special group. The thing that makes it special, brother and sister, is you. The thing that makes it special is you have been chosen by Allah Himself, Master Farad Muhammad, to be a part of His nation. So that in and of itself makes us special, and it makes us qualified to prepare ourselves, right, for the posts that await us. All right? This is part of taking the scales off of the eyes of the blind. We were found deaf, dumb, and blind until our Savior came. Now many of us are starting to see. We're starting to speak. We're starting to work for ourselves with our hands. That's what Black Wealth Empowerment is all about, brothers and sisters. And that's what makes it special, is because you and your participation. So we want to welcome everybody, all right? We want to pay it forward, all right? We want to share it with others, all right? All right? We have to get out of this reservation type of mentality, if you will, all right? The God said He'll climb a mountain 40 miles high. We should be at least to be able to shout from the bottom of the mountain, don't you think? We should be able to shout in the valley and tell the whole world all the good things that we're doing here in the nation. Not a Nation of Islam sponsored broadcast, but it has our stamp. It has our way. It has our spirit in it. So this is something good that's happening in the nation. Because those who don't pay attention may ask the question, what are you all doing? What are you all doing? Well, this is what we're doing. We're raising the consciousness of black people as it pertains to financial independence, wealth building, and economics. So let's go ahead and pay it forward, brothers and sisters. Right above the video, you see those tabs. Go ahead and click the Facebook like. Go ahead and click the Facebook share and put in there BWE hashtag space. We are live. Join us. Okay? Hashtag BWE Hangout space. We are live. Join us. Send that out on Facebook, share. Send that out on Twitter. Send that out on Instagram, Pinterest, all those tabs above that you're a part of. Go ahead and send that out right now and pay it forward. Pay it forward, brothers and sisters. You know what the definition of paying it forward. Type in the private, elusive, exclusive. What is the definition of pay it forward? It's an act of kindness. You go ahead and finish it. All right? You go ahead and finish the definition of pay it forward. Because that's what we're doing right now. That's what you just did by sending that information out into cyberspace, by sharing with all your friends on Facebook and Twitter. You letting them know that we doing it. We've committed. We're committed to this. All right? We're committed to this platform. This is our act of devotion, and this is our form of charity. Charity. Charity is not always money. Many times charity is time. All right, brothers and sisters? So that's what we're doing here. And you know, we here at Black Wealth Empowerment, we're part of a bigger picture. We're part of a worldwide movement. You're part of a worldwide movement because you are BWE. You are Black Wealth Empowerment. All right? So we're part of a worldwide movement. We're part of a giver's economy. We're part of a giver's economy. Now, those of you who logged in, those of you who have responded and who are part of tonight's broadcast, you all know the definition of a giver's economy. All right? You all know what it is. It's a Facebook group. Go ahead and give us the definition of a giver's economy. But that's what we're doing here, brothers and sisters. That's what you should be doing. If you're in business of the giver's economy, being a part of something is not doing it once, twice, a few times. Being a part of something means that you're a part of it. It's a part of you. You're a part of it. You're a part of it. All right? And you'll be a part of it by being actively involved. And so that's what we're doing. So we're giving away stuff here to our members only, because membership does have its privilege. Okay? So what are we doing? We're giving away ad spots. You see those spots right around the screen? All right? We're giving those away. Get with Brother Lawrence, our in-house graphic designer. Go ahead and get with him and get yours done today. If you're not in business, I can understand that. But if you're in business, all right, I think what we're going to start doing, Coach, is we're going to start calling out some names of people, all right, that are in business and not taking advantage of the free gifts that we have here, all right, because you should take advantage of it, brothers and sisters. So go ahead and do that, all right? Go ahead and do that, because we are going to start calling you out and wondering why, and report to the family why you're not taking advantage of a free offer that can expand your business and can help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan with your giving from more that you're blessed with. All right? So we're giving away ad spots. We're giving away advertisement, meaning you send us your product. You send us your services. All right? And just like advertising on TV, we'll spend 30 seconds talking about your product and where to go and get it. Talking about your product, where to go and get it. So those of you who have products, send it to us. All right? Send it to us and we'll give you advertisement. See, one thing we have to remember, brothers and sisters, in this cyberspace world, in a recorded cyberspace environment, this goes out and it's out there forever. All right? Who knows who sees these broadcasts? All right? We keep them private to our membership, but still, I mean, I don't know all the ways it gets out there. I think it goes to Google Plus and it broadcasts there and who's ever in your circle. We'll get to that, but it's a lot of ways that this broadcast can leak out. You all share with other believers, and who knows who they shared with. All right? So we're giving that away, advertisement. We're giving away guest appearances, all right, where you come on and you present, like we're going to hear from Brother Michael Carlos Muhammad tonight. All right? We're not question and answer. He's presenting some information. All right? Then we also have the interview platform or format. That is where we ask you questions. We interview you like on television. All right, brothers and sisters, this is a way to take us to the next level. This is a way to get us out of our comfort zone, not being in front of a camera, not broadcasting, not advertising, not self-promoting. This is a way for us to open up a way of that is becoming more and more common. If we're not using these mediums in business, then we're getting left behind. We're not playing in the big leagues. We're not serious. We're not on that professional level. We're still treating our business as a hobby. All right? And if that's what you want to do, brothers and sisters, that's okay. But if that's not what you want to do, that's not okay. So we're part of a giver's economy. If you need some ideas on what to give away, reach out to us. Any of the experts can help you. All right? Reach out to us, brothers and sisters. So we're part of that community. We're part of the giver's economy. And you should be too. Because you know the definition of a giver's economy. The one who outgives those in his industry out-earns those in his industry. All right, brothers and sisters, so as being said, let's swing back over to our courage coach, Brother Rodney Assad Muhammad, as we're getting ready to hear from our brother, Michael Carlos Muhammad. How important is culture to our success? Coach, are you there? Mic check, coach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is this thing on? I think this thing is on. Let me get over here to the Facebook group. I'm over here multitasking, staying productive at the same time, checking the Facebook group, looking for see what's going on, new members and all that. Sister Mavis J. Muhammad says we are part of a giver's economy. The one who outgives his competition or others will out-earn his competition or others. Sister Mavis, I don't know if you were the earlier calls where we said there's no competition. It's all just creation. We're just creating things. Just create some new things, and you just be more creative. You don't even have to compete. Competition would even imply that somebody is even in the same league or can even be in the same arena with you to compete. So when you don't think when you think you're a cut above the rest, or you a unique being on this planet, which you are, each one of us is, then there's nobody to compete against. You're only one. We're not against anybody or against anything. We're just being creative. That's all. And if I'm creative and you're not, it doesn't make you bad. It makes me good. It just makes me creative in that area. But there's other things that other people are very good at. So we're gonna make sure we stay on those kind of lines and keep that kind of idea out there. That way we don't get caught up in the envy and jealousy and covetousness and things like that. Just be creative. All right. And then, oh yeah, brother Michael Carlos, we had to post your link, brother Michael Carlos. So brother Michael Carlos Muhammad is in the house. Said, Assalamu alaikum, dear family. And brother Michael Carlos Muhammad from Muhammad Mosque number 32, Phoenix, Arizona. He says just created an updated. He said updated. He put that in quotes. Updated internet presence at michaelcarlosmuhammad.com. He says self-explanatory. Go and visit. That's what I'm talking about, brother Michael Carlos. I ain't gonna tell you about it. You just go be about it. That's right. And Sister Jennifer Brown, Jennifer. Oh, come on, Sister Jennifer, be on it too. Sister Jennifer is like she's taking Sister Brandy's place and just being so active in the private, exclusive Facebook group. Sister Brandy used to be so active in the group. I don't know what happened to her. I think she got a corporate gig with BWE, and now she don't post like she used to. I don't know what happened. But it's all right. I ain't going to go there. I ain't going to talk about that. But Sister Jennifer said BWE is raising the consciousness of black people in regards to building wealth. See, Brother Darrell, that's what I'm talking about. When we say things like that, Allah bless us to say some powerful things. That was a powerful statement to even make. And our Sister Denise Renee Muhammad, Sister Denise is doing some big things out there. I'm just so absolutely proud of my sister. We're going to connect very soon on some deeper things to just assist and Allah willing, assist our sister and even take it to even higher and higher levels. There's so much greatness inside us, sister. And when we had our our 15-minute consultation, I could just hear there's so much greatness behind us, my sister's words and voice, and she's no longer hiding. I can see that she's not hiding anymore. She's definitely showing up, showing out, standing up, and standing out. So Sister Denise Muhammad is present from Houston. Muhammad Moss, number 45. She's a lifestyle consultant with Soul Purpose. And so we offer natural and organic self-care and wellness products. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, my Soul Purpose team. I'm telling y'all got to have a team call. Have Brother Rodney come on and present for y'all. Quit playing. Y'all team want to take it to the next level. You got to bring a coach on. And then let me see what else we got. So I'm just saying they got to bring their coach in. Let me share this, Brother Daryl. Can I share this real quick? I want to share this. I want to share this right now. Brother Daryl is familiar with one of my long-term friends of nearly 40 years, Jerry DeRano Clark, and I happened to go to Atlanta. Jerry was doing a presentation. He invited me to come out, watch him do a presentation to a network marketing organization in Atlanta. And it was a team meeting. It wasn't a company meeting. It wasn't a corporate meeting. It was a team meeting. And it was about 2,500, almost 3,000 people at their team meeting in Atlanta. That's a team meeting. Okay, so let's not mistake that for the company meeting or organizational meeting. No, it was a team meeting. That's like you bringing your group to Atlanta. Okay, so it was about 2,500, almost 3,000 people there. And so Jerry got up and he did a presentation, and he spoke for about 3 hours. He did a 3-hour presentation, and I'll just quickly share with you. At the end of the day, he was about $160,000 more wealthy than he started off that day from that 3-hour presentation. And I'm not going to go into that because that's not the point of what I'm saying. But he introduced me to the guys whose team it was. And so I met them, talked with them for a little while. And Jerry says, Rodney, would you believe that 3-4 years ago, he said, these guys invited me to come to their team meeting. It was in some city or state in U.S. He said they had about like 30, 40 people there. So normally, he said, normally I won't come out for a group that small. Like, you got 20, 30 people, something like that, maybe 40 people. I'm just not coming out for a group that small. But I figured, hey, they're getting started. Let me help them out. He said, then the next year they called me. They wanted me to come talk to their team. He said, this time they were in Jamaica, and they had about, 200 people there. He said, whoa, this is interesting that they're having a team meeting in Jamaica, and about 200 of their people came out. He said, here it is, their third year, and you got over 2,000, almost 3,000 people in this room for their team meeting. He said, isn't that fascinating? And I just sat there and just dumbfounded, because in 3 years, they went from a room of 30, maybe 40 people to 3 years later to where they got at least almost 3,000 of their team that could make it. That's the people that could make it to come out for a team meeting. That's a powerful, powerful thing. So, and that's a result of them getting coaching and having somebody talk to your team. See, what happens is sometimes we can have an organization, a group of people, or even just people we work with, coworkers, and if you're so close to people, sometimes they don't see the information the same way because they're too close to it. That's why sometimes your children will listen to some other parent before they listen to you, because they're so close to you and they know your faults, your idiosyncrasies and whatnot. And somebody else might have the key to their lock, and it might not be you. And sometimes we got to be okay with that we don't have the key to everybody's lock, So the whole point of this, Brother Daryl, and what I'm just trying to share with everybody before we get ready to bring our brother Michael Carlos Muhammad on is that, never underestimate the value of coaching and training and whatnot. That's why you want to take advantage of the free 15-minute consultation for Brother Daryl, myself, and others. We're trying to provide a list of people for you to take advantage of. We're here as a resource for you. We're not your lords. We're not your people to tell you what to do. That's not service. Ministry is about serving others. Jesus said, I didn't come to be ministered unto. I came to minister unto you. I came to help and serve you. I don't need you to do nothing for me. I want to do something for you. And that's what it's about. I'm here, Brother Daryl here, Sister Brandy stepped up, and others are stepping up. Brother Michael Carlos stepped up. Brother Jesse stepped up to say, I want to serve. I want to help some people. Because I tell you, even if you decide to do it for selfish reasons, it has its place, I guess. But if you help enough people get what they want, you'll end up getting what you want. You just got to serve others. That's what it's about. You just got to serve others. So, Brother Daryl, I got something to say about the believers. I mean, the givers economy in a minute, but I'm gonna turn it back over to you right now. That's what's going on in the private exclusive Facebook. Oh, hold on, wait. Sister Cassandra. Oh, Sister Cassandra C. Jackson. Hold on, Sister Cassandra is back, y'all. Just want to let y'all know, Sister Cassandra is back. Right? She said she's been working on her business by the grace of Allah. She said, thanks to BWE family for giving me knowledge on how to do what I need to do. All praise is due to Allah. See, we need to hear about those wins. It makes it worth it. When Brother Daryl gets down sometimes, I may get down sometimes. It happens, brothers and sisters, because we do a lot, and we try our best to give this information to as many as we can. And sometimes it gets disheartening. I know the Envelopes Farrakhan sometimes gets a little down in spirit sometimes because it doesn't look like we're waking up. It doesn't look like we're taking the knowledge. We're not taking the actions, taking on the information and living the lifestyle. And he's piped to us all the day long, but we haven't danced. But when you see somebody maybe bob their head a little bit, or tap their foot, that brings a smile to your face. So I can understand in a small sense what the sister might experience when any of us really step out and do those things that Allah is putting us to do. So thank you, sister, for really stepping out. And yes, ma'am, Sister Denise put that. Yes, ma'am. Come on, go ahead. It's Santa says she back. Well, glad to be back. All right. So, Brother Daryl, that's what's happening right now in the private, exclusive Facebook group. And man, I'm excited. We got the best members of any group on Facebook. I'm just going to just bang it out like that. That's how we roll. That's all we got.
That's
So,
right.
Brother Daryl, I'm gonna turn it back over to you, and I'm eager to hear from my brother Michael Carls. I haven't heard from my brother in a while, and I'm just really eager to hear from him tonight. So, Brother Daryl, back over to you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach. We appreciate you. Brothers and sisters, we're at that halfway mark, and we're almost at that halfway mark. Not quite. We're getting there, but we want to welcome everybody. Those that are just showing up, we want to welcome you to Black Wealth Empowerment Live Google Hangout. This is a weekly broadcast that we have here for you that's going to teach you the nuggets and knowledge you need for financial empowerment, for wealth building, for personal development, to develop your business, a lot of other things we do here. But this thing is evolving, and we pray that we're taking the direction that is pleasing to Allah. My name is Daryl Muhammad, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas, Mosque number 45, the Southwest Regional Headquarters of the Nation of Islam. And I'm not by myself. I'm with the Courage Coach. You just saw him. We're going to go swing back over to him so he can welcome you. We're also here with our sister, our membership coordinator, Sister Brandy Muhammad. So let me swing to the coach so he can welcome you. Those that are just showing up, and then brother, swing it over to Sister Brandy and bring it back to me. Then we can start that. We didn't do it last week, y'all. We didn't do it last week. Hope your muscles haven't gotten ready to do that. Social flash mob. Social flash mob. Hopefully y'all are ready. All right, Courage Coach. Welcome everybody who's just joining us to the broadcast.
Oh my goodness. How y'all don't do the social media flat? Well, thank you for saving some of that for me. I'm expecting extra bonus flash mobbiness from Sister Brandy tonight. I'm expecting some extra, maybe the WAP, the Cabbage Patch, or maybe some Running Man flash mobness too. I don't know. We're gonna see if she's gonna really turn it up or not. It is Columbus. It is Columbus, It is Columbus, Ohio. They do it big out that way, I heard. And so I want to welcome each and every one of you who are just joining us live on the BWE Live Google Hangout. I am Rodney Assad Muhammad, your Courage Coach, and I'm joined by my host and brother and friend, Brother Daryl Muhammad, and our wonderful sister Brandy Muhammad, who's our quality membership coordinator. And we're going to step it up, Sister Brandon. I've been thinking about some very powerful things based on some conversations Brother Daryl and I had a couple of weeks ago. We're going to step it up. We're really going to go in and really go into that membership and really do some things in there. And, some people might have to request to come back in. And maybe they just got to feel like they got to earn it. Because, one thing the Envelopes Farrakhan said to Brother Sijo Sabir Muhammad one time about us training, he asked Brother Sabir, he said, brother, are you having the brothers He said, asked him, how's the training going? He said, oh, fine, brother minister. He said, are the brothers paying you something for the training? He said, oh, brother, the brothers don't really have that much money. He said, oh, brother Steve, when he was called that then, he said, brother, you have to have the brothers pay something. He said, because if they don't pay for the training, they don't value what they won't pay for, even if it's just a little something. you know you have something to give. And so, and that's just a good thing. If you don't have no skin in the game, you can quit and don't cost you nothing, don't matter, if you don't have any skin in the game. So that's the value of Sister Brandy's contribution outside of the feminine quality to it, but just the fact that, just to be able to go in and parse the members out and really make sure we have the highest quality members so we can serve those who do participate, can be served with the highest quality folk and membership. All right, on there. But thank you all for joining us live. We thank you for participating in the Private Elusive Exclusive Facebook group. I mean, come on, get in there and post. You see some article somewhere that you even remotely think might be of value to somebody in the group. Post that out there. Put that in the Private Elusive Exclusive Facebook group. It doesn't have to be something you came up with, something you created. Oh, no, brothers. Don't think about that. You seen a little small article in your local newspaper. You say, oh, that's powerful. Get that. Post that in there. Something that can uplift, inspire, and encourage somebody along the line of their business or personal development or mindset, conditioning, something that can raise your financial thermostat. You put that in the Private Elusive Exclusive Facebook group. See, we want this group to be a resource that anybody coming behind us, whether it be next week, tomorrow, next year, 5 years from now, if Facebook is still moving and shaking, we want people to be able to go into the Black Wealth Empowerment Private Elusive Exclusive Facebook group and see a wealth, a plethora of information that they can build from and say, man, I wish I could have been there live before they went to maybe Sirius satellite, before they was on Sirius. See, I got that pre-information before they went super large, or whatever happens. As Allah sees fit, it's going to be exactly what it's going to be. But we want you to participate, and we thank you for those who are right now live on the broadcast. We thank you. We appreciate. We could not and would not be doing without you. If nobody tuned in, Brother Daryl and I, we just like that. We still do the broadcast because it gets archived and the videos are there, and we make the videos available. So it's one of those things where, brothers and sisters, we gonna serve you whether you like it or not. You're gonna get service whether you like it or not. See, we're gonna get down there, we're gonna anoint your head with oil, rub your feet down, wash your feet, whether you want us to or not. So just be ready. If somebody grab you, Brother Daryl grab you with a bear hug, I'll rip your shoes off and wash your feet for you. Don't be mad. Just be happy you got clean feet and your brothers hooked you up. That's all right. So we thank you for joining us on the Proud Elusive Exclusive Facebook group and BWE Live. This is a Google Hangout, y'all. This is not your regular blog talk, and this is not a conference call live. We are live. You get to see, feel, and hear from your brothers and sisters. We love you. Thank you for joining us. But I want to swing it over to our Sister Brandy Muhammad, who stepped up in a major way. Sister Brandy's doing so much in the community, in our home, a mosque. Sister Brandy is just everywhere. And she's a wonderful husband. I mean, I think I can say that your husband is wonderful. I love seeing a brother doing just wonderful things for his family and striving and working hard and doing the right thing. And so your husband is really an inspiration to others, and I really want to encourage him to step up to just show that side of manhood to others, because there's some brothers that don't know that can use him if they're not already using him as an example for themselves, because that's the only real man they're going to probably see up close and personal, like that. We can live and get things vicariously through the Unbelievers Farrakhan. That's how I got my manhood training and others that he blessed to inspire when I was coming up in Los Angeles. But, if I didn't have those men that I could touch right there, I don't think I could be the person that I am today without that those examples right in front of my face. So, we want to lift up Sister Brandy's husband, Brother Craig, for even allowing his wife to participate, to take time away from him, his family, their children, their life, to be a part of this. So don't ever think, Sister Brandy, that we just love you. We love your husband for loving you and loving us enough, loving his nation enough to say, hey, I'll lend my wife to be a part of this, because you don't have to be here. And he could always say, hey, honey, I don't want you to do that. And you being a wonderful sister and a wonderful wife to him, I know you say, yes, sir. I love you too, honey, and that's what you want. That's what we gonna do, because that's the kind of family y'all got over there. Y'all Muhammad, Team Muhammad all day. All right. So, Sister Brandy, I'm swinging it over to you right now. I'm riding inside Muhammad. I'm swinging it over to Sister Brandy Muhammad. Talk to him, Sister Brandy. Let him know what's going on here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Brother Rodney. I appreciate that. I will definitely make sure that Brother Craig hears all the awesome things that you said about him. I'm telling you, it is a great sacrifice, but it's well worth it. I appreciate the opportunity. Just being able to get online and be able to communicate and network with the beautiful believers all over the world. I mean, just last week, I don't know, I didn't post it, but just last week, because of the BWE, I was able to talk to Brother Mudakai out of Japan. My son, who's 13 years old, he's Bread Breaker 2. He's 13 years old, and he's always wanted to go to Japan. And so through the Black Wealth Empowerment Group, we were able to Skype with Brother Mudakai. And I talked to Brother Mudakai for about 2 seconds, just, hey, greetings, let's move on. He talked to my son, and my son had a great time. First, he was nervous, like, I don't want to talk to nobody. But after a few minutes, Najee and Brother Mudakai just had the best conversation. Whatever they talked about, Najee was asking a million questions, but it was because of the BWE, the opportunity to get to know the believers. I mean, I'm just telling you, I just have so many testimonies and how much of a blessing it's been for me. Just communicating with the sisters. I've been able to connect with Sister Mavis, Muhammad. I'm telling you, I've had some questions dealing with that 13-year-old once again. And she has been just a resource, somebody I could just rely on. I didn't have to worry about stressing, like, oh, was she going to say something, whatever. Sister Mavis was like, you can call me anytime. It could be 3 o'clock in the morning. I call Sister Mavis. That's what she told me. Maybe it's just for me. I don't know. But whatever it is, I appreciate Allah working through her and Brother Mordecai to be able to be helpers in the cause of Islam. And it's just a blessing. Brother Rodney, I appreciate all that you all are doing. Of course, Brother Dare, I appreciate you as well. It's just been a great opportunity. I'm not working on not being nervous. A sister said, don't be nervous. Just repeat what you have to say again. So sometimes I talk a little fast because I get so excited. I appreciate all the quick chats that people send to me and remind me just to be encouraged and keep pushing through. It's a great blessing. It's an opportunity. I'm excited. Is it time for our inspiration yet? Because I had inspirational quote.
It's time for the social.
Oh, okay.
Social flash mob. Flash mob, brothers.
All right.
It's time for that. So let's go ahead and get ready. You know
yes,
how that
sir.
goes. I mean, we didn't have it last week, so we shouldn't be rusty.
That's right.
What you do for the social flash mob? That's what we just go mob. We just gonna mob social media with BWE announcement just to let folks know what's going on and how we roll over here at BWE. That's what we do at the social flash mob, right? We just gonna mob social media, and this is how we do it. So you go up to the top of the clock, top of your screen, click on that Facebook share button. Click on that Facebook share button and go ahead and type in, our address. Our hashtag address is hashtag BWE Hangout. Hashtag BWE Hangout space I'm so grateful. Don't submit it yet. You know how we do it. We do it at count of 3. All right. Go ahead and do that in Facebook share. Hashtag BWE Hangout space I'm so grateful, ... Let them wonder, what are you grateful for? That's going to raise the question up in their mind to wonder, what are you grateful for? All right? So that's what we want to do. We want to put that out there. And what we're going to do on our end, me and the Courage Coach and Sister Brandy, we about to go ahead and get our social flash mob move going. I want to, Coach, you ready? You got rusty, Coach? What you need? You need to loosen up, touch your toes. What you need to do, Coach? What you need to do?
Yeah, I probably should do some stretches. I'm almost 50. I should probably do some stretches first.
I know that's right. Sister Brand, you ready? Show your hand. Put your hands where we can see them. We do it in the righteous now. We ain't saying what the police say. We righteously asking you to put your hands up so we can do this social flash mob. Social flash mob. You ready? Count of 3. What we're going to do is we're going to say, I'm so grateful. At the count of 3, you press on your Facebook comment. And that's going to send it out to everybody. All right, you ready?
Ready.
All right. Flash mob ready? All right,
ready.
Flash mob, you ready? To count of 3. Here we go. All right, flash mob. 1, 2, 3. I'm
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 so
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 grateful.
grateful.
grateful. All right, but sisters, that is the social media flash mob. So everybody that's your Facebook friend should see that you're so grateful here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Go ahead and do that in Twitter. Put that in Twitter as well. Hashtag BW Hangout space I'm so grateful dot dot dot. Once you've done both of those, the third thing we want you to do is go into the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. All right? Go into the private, elusive Facebook group and enter hashtag BW Hangout space I'm so grateful. And then tell us what you're grateful about. Tell us what you're grateful about. All right? We started this by something that our courage coach said a couple of months ago, and it resonated so strong with me. That's what we want to do. We want to let the world know that we are grateful. We are grateful. See, you can only be grateful for what you have. You can't be grateful for what you don't have. Well, I'm grateful I don't have a disease. Then that means you're grateful that you have good health. All right, brothers and sisters. So we're grateful here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. All right. As always, we kind of briefly explain to you what the mission statement is. Because see, if you ever go into a major corporation, you'll see somewhere in the office or somewhere printed, they keep high for everybody to see. All right. Mission statement. So that's something that we have to remind us. What is our mission? Because, you know, out here in the wilderness of North America, we can forget what our mission is. We can get off of our mission. You cannot remind yourself often enough what your mission is. Brothers and sisters, you have to get here. All right? We all need specific prescription to whatever we need to get to the next level. That's what coaching does for you. All right? Get with the courage coach. Invest in yourself, brothers and sisters. We're not going to let it rest. You have to plan. But our mission here at BWE Live is to help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan with the economic blueprint. That's it, period. Now, how are we going to do that? We're going to do that by personal development. We're going to do that by self-improvement. Isn't it interesting that the minister started self-improvement all over again? For those of us who are followers, you know what you call that? You call that a hint. That should be our focus. Self-improvement. Self-improvement, brothers and sisters. In the secular world, it's called personal development. But here in the Nation of Islam, self-improvement. So we're here to help the minister. We only do that by improving ourselves. Become a better quality of helper. We're doing that specifically here at Black Wealth Empowerment, raising up the economic consciousness of the believers. Teaching you the difference between being wealthy and having wealth. And most importantly, brothers and sisters, to make sure that we're crystal clear, understanding that a price has to be paid for financial empowerment, for financial freedom, financial independence, for building wealth. A price has to be paid, and it has to be paid in full. That is our mission here at Black Wealth Empowerment, to help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan with the economic blueprint, to take it to the highest level that we can. All right? Not $18 a year, $18 a quarter, $18 a month. That's what we're striving for here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. The platform we're standing on in order to reach our vision is this platform right here. The live Google Hangout, the private conference calls, the different programs, strategies, and tools that we share here on Black Wealth Empowerment Live. That is the platform to put the believers together with those of us in the nation who have businesses, who have services, so we can serve each other. What good is it to be a doctor and our family is sick, but we healing everybody else? The messenger said in Message to the Black Man, right? He said you have to love yourself first before loving other people. So we have to serve each other first. We have to network with each other. We have to buy products from each other. We have to be the example for our people. So we're bringing everybody together on this platform. We're getting young and old together. We're bringing the experts from our community here in the Nation of Islam so we can become aware. You know, everything starts with awareness, brothers and sisters. Awareness. We have to know that a brother or sister exists in a nation that does whatever it is that they do. So we're using this platform. This platform is for speakers, entrepreneurs, those who want to become entrepreneurs. We're bringing you the tools we have to invest in. If we won't invest in ourselves, why should we have customers? Because you know that's what customers are doing. They're investing in our products. They're investing in our services. We have to invest in ourselves first before we can even expect anybody else to invest in our business, to buy products, to buy services, because that's what the customers do. They invest in us. They vote not with their voting, their constitutional right to vote. Here in America, they vote with the dollar bills. How are we voting? We're bringing all this underneath one roof like a big spiritual Nation of Islam Walmart, if you will. All right? Now, I'm not going to have the cheapest prices, but a mall type environment, a Nation of Islam mall, so where we can come and we can patronize each other. We can spend with each other. We can help each other in their business. That's what we're doing here, brothers and sisters. That's the platform here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. And we want to inspire all of us to go to the next level. We want to inspire all of us to get out of this individualistic type of, way of doing things. We have to get out of that, brothers and sisters. Let go of your fear. I talk to Brother Michael on a regular basis. He's investing in himself. I talk to Brother Rodney Assad. He's investing in himself. I'm investing in myself. So what's expected of you? If you're not investing with yourself, in yourself, I should say, and if you're not investing with your brothers and sisters here that have what you need to go to the next level, then the question is, who are you investing your money with to get to the next level? You're either investing with somebody else who doesn't believe as you believe, or you're not investing at all. And guess what, brothers and sisters? Both of those are the wrong answers. We're going to start putting more in your face products and services that you need to put your money, back your money behind. Let me just say this very quickly. Then we'll swing it over to you, Coach, for inspirational. And then we'll bring Brother Michael on. Because, see, you know what? We just going to hit it hard and hit it strong. And so we can get up and go do something else, brothers and sisters. 2015 here at BWE is the year of manifestation from the spiritual unseen to the physical seen. Brothers and sisters, you are here with us. Allah wants you here. He doesn't want you to leave. Don't self-sabotage. Don't sabotage yourself. You fight through it. Brother Rodney Assad is fighting to get to the next level. Brother Michael Carlos, he's fighting to the next level. Next level. Sister Brandy, all of us who are in pursuit of our dreams. The fight is waiting for us, brothers and sisters. The fight is waiting for us. What did Brother Ishmael tell us a couple of weeks ago, right? Life is difficult, then come ease, then difficult again. Brothers and sisters, you're going to have to invest your money. You're going to have to invest your money in yourself. Stop playing small. Stop playing cheap. I've told you before, that money is losing value every day. Invest it in yourself. BWE, we're on a gold rush with Brother Michael Carlos Muhammad. I'm from San Francisco, California, where the gold rush was. Gold rush, brothers and sisters, gold rush. Don't you know how happy the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan would be if he knew there was a small group of us that's buying gold every month? Brother Minister, together, there's a handful of them. Together, they got ounces and ounces and ounces of gold. I think he'll be pleased. I think he'll be happy because he would see that weight. He would see that the dust is being brushed off of our consciousness. That's what this is about, brothers and sisters. That's what Black Wealth Empowerment is about. As long as we're not doing anything with it, and this world will continue to live as long as we're not doing it. Every time we take a step, we get scared and take one back. We take 2 steps, get scared, and take one back. Take 2 steps and that. Come on, brothers and sisters. If you don't trust me, Brother Recycles with the Brandy, then what are you doing here? What are you doing here, brothers and sisters? What are you doing? You're not going to get a certificate for attendance. It's not going to make you more money just showing up, and this is all we do. You got to invest money in yourself. The civilized man knows where you spend your money is where your treasure is, as the scripture says, right? Your money is where your heart is. Brothers and sisters, that's the tell-all. Anything short of that, it sounds good. It sounds good. But I don't have any money. Don't you know there's a guy named Dave Ramsey, a financial expert that's out there that I listen to. I like Dave Ramsey. He tells his students, he said, go deliver pizza and take that money and pay off your credit card debt. So that means, brother, so there's people out here that go get these minimum wage jobs, if you want to call them. Right? $7 an hour, $7.50. But it's getting them out of debt. It's making them free. That's the best use of your $7 an hour, is to invest 100% of that towards your freedom. So I'm telling you, if that's what you have to do, brothers and sisters, that's what you need to do. We said at the end of 2014, 2015, you need to put aside identify a budget that you're going to invest in your personal development and your financial freedom goals every month. Every month. Every month. That's what you have to do. And then we're going to give you the tools that you need to invest your money in to make that happen. All right? And Sister Brandy is here to help us do that. She's going to go through and with the members so we can find out what's really going on. So we can make this group, right, a shining star in the heavens of the universe, of the nation of Islam. So let me just stop right here, swing it over to the Courage Coach, and let him say a few things. And then we'll swing it over to Sister Brandy. And then let's go ahead and hear from our brother, Brother Michael Carlos Muhammad. Courage Coach, teach us how to roar, Coach. Teach us how to roar.
Woo! That was heavy, brother. That was heavy. You was in there right there. That was nice. That was nice. That was nice. It wasn't even scripted. See, that's what I'm talking about. It was just something from the heart. It's what you know. A lot put it on your heart to say, and that was good. We all needed to hear that message. You know, I'll share this quick story with everybody. You know, those of you just joining us, I'm Rodney Assad Muhammad. You just heard from our wonderful brother Daryl Muhammad. I'm your Courage Coach. And, you know, I believe that most of our problems in life really actually hinge from a lack of courage, the courage to go after things, to go at things, to deal with things, to handle things, to even just be the courage to be willing to even say that I don't know is a powerful place to be. You want to have courage. And I found over my years of speaking and training and developing myself and others across the country is that that's where most people's lack thereof happens in the courage department. That they'll stop when they should keep going. They decide to wait when they should go. They pause when they should go full steam ahead. And sometimes, uh-oh, Brother Michael Carlos, you are on live and we can hear you. I'm going to mute you there, Brother Michael Carlos. All right. And so sometimes, brothers and sisters, that's, that little bit of courage, you want to have that. You want to find ways to get that. And it's going to come through mentors, through books, through seminars, lectures, meetings, where powerful things are being disseminated, powerful information. That's what makes study group and study sessions so powerful, so important to us because you're going to glean some information from those study sessions because you're going to get a chance to not only hear from yourself, but you're going to hear from other people. And that's the most critical component, is to be able to hear from somebody else who might have a different way of seeing it, different life experiences, different leanings that are going to share maybe a word off the same verse, same sentence, same phrase, but have a different way of looking at it. They might be a little further or further back on their journey than you might be. You're going to get something from each and every person that shares. And that's the power of networking and having a mastermind group and things like that. But here's what I really want to share real quick. I was in the store just this past Saturday. I just got back in from another state. So I was clear across the other part of the country. This is wild because I went from Florida and now I'm in Oregon. So the whole opposite is. I'm like Chris. But I was in a store and it was a elderly sister that was there, and she was trying to she was checking out at the store at the counter, and she was trying to find her credit or debit card so she could actually pay for her the item she had purchased, and it was only $8 some change. And so she's trying to find her purse and just patiently waiting in line, take your time, just to do a thing. She's looking for a look. I said, you know what, let me just go ahead and take care of it. And so sister said, no, 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 I got it. I just got let me find my thing. Maybe I left it in the car, but I said, no, no, no. So the girl behind the counter is like waiting, like, okay, what y'all want me to do? I'm like, go ahead and take care of her. So then the sister finally finds a debit card. And I was like, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. She said, I don't need it. This is what the sister said. I don't need it. You can help just help somebody else. You find somebody else to help. I said, no, ma'am, I'm gonna help you today. I said, then what you get a chance to do, you get a chance to pay it forward, and that's one more extra blessing you can put on somebody else now. Yes, you may not quote need it, but now that's twice as much you can do for somebody else. And she says, you know what, I think I'm going to go buy some food and leave it on a bench somewhere and let somebody know, hey, there's some food right there for you. I was like, yeah, whatever you do, sister, but, don't never stop the flow. Never stop the flow of blessing from letting it flow. If somebody wants to bless you, you allow them to. Let them, because that might be their blessing for the day. To be able to bless you might be something that is part of their blessing model. I know I do that often when I go places. I'll see somebody and they'll be in line. I'll say, I'm taking care of the person right behind me, or be in the line at a toll booth and pay for a couple of cars. Just a couple of dollars, just drop them a 10. Say, hey, the next 5 cars is on me. Give me my receipt. And then I'm telling you, find people that will speed up on the side of you and say thank you if they're taking care of their toll, because you never know what somebody's going through or growing through right there next to you, in front of you, behind you, coming up behind you. All right. So when we say it's a giver's economy, it's not just yes, paying it forward. It's not about just doing something because you get a good feeling about it, but you never know how that is going to ultimately lead to them being able to bless somebody else, because that small, what you think is insignificant act can turn into a big, huge tsunami of goodness going forward, because you'll change somebody's whole psychological, mental, emotional, and oftentimes moral state by an act of kindness. So thank you, brothers and sisters, for giving me this time to just say those few little words to you. Again, I am Rodney Assad Muhammad, your courage coach, and I want you to remember, no matter what else you do in life, you must always remember to cultivate the courage to roar. Now we're going to hear from our sister Brandy so we can get ready to bring our brother Michael Carlos Muhammad up. So sister Brandy, I'm swinging it over to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I just had a quick quote that I just read just a little while ago from Harriet Tubman, and it says, every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember that you have within you the strength, the passion, the patience to reach for the stars to change the world. I'm telling you, right there is just enough. As we always hear, we have everything within us, and it just shows and proves right there that you have everything that you need to be successful. It's just a matter of stepping out on faith and having the wisdom and knowledge and courage to just go out and do what Allah asks us all to do. What I wanted to remind each and every one of us also is, whatever you do, just do it with a passion. Be passionate about what you do. So Brother Darrell has stated earlier, if you're working at McDonald's and you make $7 or $8 an hour, be passionate about making $7 or $8 an hour. If you're the fry cook, be the best fry cook that you can be. If you're the person who's working the counter, be the best customer service person that you can be. Whatever it may be, just remember just to be passionate, be encouraged, and be inspired, because you're the best. Allah would not create nothing less but the best. Back over to you, Brother Darrell.
All right, thank you so very much, Brother Rodney Assad, the Courage Coach. Let me get you off a freeze there, sister. All right, thank you, Brother Rodney, the Courage Coach, and Sister Brandy. Brother and sister, we are getting close to our time that we want to hear from our brother. We just want to welcome everybody once again to Black Wealth Empowerment Live, where we're trying our hardest to help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan with, the raising of consciousness, the economic consciousness, and removing the fear from our hearts, so we can, so we can go ahead and do the work that's necessary, brothers and sisters. So thank you so very much, Courage Coach and Sister Brandy. Brothers and sisters, we're getting close to that time, but we need to do a couple of things first. Sister Brandy, if you would, please go in the group. I see we have some comments from some members that showed up kind of late. I approved them, but I did notice a few. Brother Munakai, he showed up. We didn't announce his arrival. So if you would, sister, go through there real quick and identify who they are. We're going to welcome them here in a moment. But before we do that, let's go ahead and pay it forward. Before we do that, let's go ahead and pay it forward so we can let everybody know that the time has come to hear from our brother, who's going to help us understand how important culture is to our success. All right? Culture is to our success. So, pay it forward time, brothers and sisters. You know the instructions. Right above your head, we have the Facebook share. Go ahead and open that up. Go ahead and open that up. And go ahead and open that up and put in there hashtag BWE Hangout. BWE Hangout. Brother Michael Carlos is up next. Join us. Hashtag BWE Hangout. Carlos is up next. Join us. Go ahead and send that on your Facebook. So go ahead and send that out on your Twitter. Go ahead and do that right now. Go ahead and pay it forward, brothers and sisters. Let them know. Go ahead and shock the world. You know, we're some unusual people here in the Nation of Islam. They don't expect us to be, black folks, to be this consistent. They don't expect black folks to be this timely. They don't expect black folks, the ones that the white man has made, Negroes, to be this persistent. But we're not what they have made. We're what Muhammad has made. All right? So go ahead and let them know, put them on notice that Brother Michael is up next and they don't want to miss it. So go ahead and do that now. And go ahead, Sister Brandy, tell us some of those members that snuck in but didn't tell us who they were or didn't tell us they were here. Go ahead and call them out. Membership coordinator, go ahead and call them out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have Sister Lynette Muhammad. She is coming with us from Muhammad's Mosque number 32. She is in Phoenix, Arizona. And she said that you can open your Gold savings account today. Like her page. Sister Lynette, welcome back to the Black Wealth Empowerment. We have Sister Cassandra C. Jackson Muhammad. She says, peace, family. We also have Brother Mudakai Muhammad. He is in Japan right now, and he is with Supreme Life University. He is the founder. He teaches English. He has been teaching, English for 17 years. He's a Spanish speaker. He also does dance instruction. He's a life coach. He's a brother. He said he is back. He's been gone for a couple weeks. He's cleansing his spirit, his body, and let's see. just spent just spent 7 hours building on his Facebook page, and he is ready. He has his Facebook page up there. He has Supreme Life University as well. I believe I have also Sister Cassandra Muhammad. I don't have her location where she's from, or Sister Anita Muhammad. They are both there as well. I couldn't find them quick enough to determine their location, but they are definitely in the house. They came in just kind of under the radar, but definitely are in the house. Welcome back, believers family. We are happy to see you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Sister Brandy. Brother, Courage Coach, she didn't mention Brother Munakai does hula dancing. Doing that, brother? She just said a dance instructor, or maybe she didn't read that part. But
Yeah,
Brother
yeah.
Munakai, you don't do hula dancing?
I'm thinking, brother. Brother Daryl. I'm thinking that it's a situation where he just had a conversation with her son, and so it must be some kind of they had some inside conversation that don't mention the hula thing no more. But I'm gonna keep it out. I'm gonna keep the hula thing out front because I think it's pretty hot that my brother FOI, can teach hula. I think that's really that shows the high civilization that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Exalted Christ, wanted for us. The high civilization. We can't be war rulers and we can't do hula too. Come on, y'all. We the God. We God. Come on now. So look, God of the universe,
that's right, bro.
He said God of the universe.
That's right. Right. I guess the original man, that is an original man dance, because if you study the history of Hawaii and all that kind of stuff, that's the original man over there. That's the original man over there. So,
that's right.
The original man learned hula. He taught the hula.
Right. But see, look, that's how they told stories. And I'll tell you this, you all. One of my trips to Hawaii, I got a chance to talk to a brother who was playing the music and meet the sister that was doing the hula for that hotel we were at. And the brother told me, and the sister ultimately told me that there's a story. Every movement, the song, everything, there's a story in it. And so that's part of the tradition. So like we have in some of our history, oral traditions, that was movement and transition. So think of sign language. You could communicate, through signing, So it is with hula dancing. There's an actual story being told in it. So there's mathematics in it. So it's the original man. We the God. So brother Daryl.
Yes, sir. That's right. That's right, brother. So he's still doing the hula dance, brothers and sisters. So please reach out to Brother Munakai if you're interested in learning how to hula. All right? All right. Thank you very much, brother. Since I want to read something real quick before we bring our brother on, Brother Michael Carlos Muhammad, coming out of this illuminating book right here called Message to the Black Man. All right? If you got a copy, go ahead and pick that up and start reading that. And if you don't have a copy, make sure you get it like yesterday. Okay? Here in the chapter it says, get knowledge to benefit self. It says here, gaining the knowledge of self makes us unite into a great unity. What kind? Of great unity, the messenger said, the Exalted Christ says. So the gaining of the knowledge. So if we get all, does it inspire us to unite in a great way? Then we have some work to do. It says knowledge of self makes you take on a great, here we go, that word again, superlative word, great virtue of learning. Great virtue of learning. The Christ goes on to say, but truth represents itself and stands by itself. No followers, nor more zealous. Listen to what he says. More zealous about the acquiring of knowledge than my followers. My people should get an education which will benefit their own people, not an education adding to the storehouse of their teacher. Brothers and sisters, that's instructions from the Exalted Christ, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. This knowledge that we are getting here, and the knowledge he talks about, is the knowledge of self. It should allow us to unite in a very, very great way. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, it is my honor, it's our privilege to bring to the stage our brother. He is certified. Listen to this. He's certified to teach and train on the science of getting Rich by Wallace Waddle. But you know the interesting thing about this, brother? That's just the tip of the iceberg, brother and sister. That's just the tip of the iceberg. This brother has so much knowledge as it pertains to financial freedom, as it pertains to building wealth. All right? I talk to him on a regular basis, at least once a week, all right, in a mastermind session, because this brother's history he has to share some of the stories that he has, because it helps us to frame in our minds the importance of what it is that we're doing here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live, and what this brother has devoted his life and committed his life to doing. All right, so with that being said, let us welcome our brother Michael Carlos Muhammad.
Salam alaikum.
Take it away, black man.
Salam alaikum. Can you hear me? Mic check, mic check.
Walaikum salam.
We hear you loud and clear, brother, and you're looking good as well. Go right ahead.
All praises are due to Allah, family. I'm so honored to be here. And I first want to start in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful. And I simply open the Quran up, and it says, those who believe and work righteousness, their Lord will guide them because of their faith. Those who believe and work righteousness, their Lord will guide them, because of their faith. Allah took me to that, and we want to discuss working in righteousness within our faith, with the understanding that Allah will guide us. So our subject this evening is culture. I did a little bit of research. I went to dictionary.com. But before we go to some of the definitions, we can all think of various aspects of culture in our own lives, just from an empirical relationship or simply by living. We can identify things, we can identify terminologies. We hear things like American culture. We hear things like European culture. Now, within European culture, you have several nations. So you can have the culture in the United Kingdom, you can have the culture of Russia, you can have the culture of France. Obviously, if you go around the world, you can find cultures in every aspect or every corner of the earth. In the Arabian Peninsula, and over in the Middle East, you have the Emirates, you have Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Israel. They all have slightly different cultures. Would you agree? How about the Sub-Saharan? You got Nigeria, just to name a few, Ghana, Senegal. You go to the Caribbean, each island, each area seems to have a slightly different flavor, a slightly different culture. You go to Asia, China, Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam. They all have a slightly different culture. When it comes to us, what would you say our culture is? I'm speaking of the broader body. I'm not necessarily speaking of I want to speak of the Nation of Islam because we certainly have a culture. And that's the purpose of this conversation this evening. But let's look at some of the terminologies we hear. Hip-hop culture. You got a country and western culture. You have a business culture. You have a what? A consumer culture. Now, some of that should have resonated with us because primarily those of us within the African community, African American community, as some would generally refer to it, or the black community, we are consumer culture. Certainly we have some aspects and some segments of our culture that seem to be doing everything else, but everybody seems to be providing goods and services to us, which make us a consumer culture. So they're benefiting and they're growing their enterprises when we should be growing our enterprises. But let's break it down just a little bit. And we're not going to be long. Let's look at the specifics, or shall I say the definitions. Anthropologically speaking, culture means the sum total of ways of living. The sum total of ways of living by a group of human beings and transmitted from one generation to the next. So what are our ways of living in general? And how does that impact our success if we're speaking about a culture of success? I guess it would be important to look at and determine exactly what is success. The dictionary defines success as the favorable termination of attempts or endeavors. The favorable termination of attempts or endeavors, meaning that we have reached the termination of an attempt or an endeavor in a favorable regard. It is the accomplishment of one's goals. So I submit to you, family, that a culture of success is important. And how does culture develop? Well, we just heard that in one particular instance, it is ways of living built up by a group of human beings. What I did not say, also within that definition, is there some legacy involved. It's passed down from generation to generation. Yes, I did say that. Transmitted from one generation to the next. Our generation as a whole, as black folk, have not been indoctrinated into what we would call an enterprising culture. Overall, generations back, our folks were taught and indoctrinated. They felt that their path to success was get a good job, get paid some benefits, retire, and get a pension. Whereas if you look at virtually every other culture or every other group of people, those that immigrated, certainly a lot of them took positions and jobs and warehouses and whatever have you. When you look to the turn of the century or a couple of hundred years that America has existed, those that came in from Europe and worked fruit stands and maybe built grocery stores and built supermarkets from there. But see, they did not have the same restrictions and constrictions that we had. So our culture was primarily one of survival. However, that does not lock us into that cycle unless we allow it to. I mentioned the Koreans and I mentioned the Vietnamese. Now, isn't it interesting, particularly, and this came to me since we had our conversation, Brother Darrell, that the Vietnamese dominate the nail market, the fingernails. They had these little fingernail shops all over the place. Now, it's a given that the Chinese have Chinese restaurants all over the world. I heard Miles Monroe, may God be pleased with him, a Christian minister down in the Bahamas. I was in a meeting with him one time. He said, no matter where you go in the world, you will find a Chinese restaurant. I never thought of that. But what does that have to do with success? It has something to do with enterprising. It has something to do with being out in the marketplace. It has something to do with passing a business to their children. See, we all knew that the Jewish population, who the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan told us to study, we all knew that these people are masters at business. That is a part of their culture. Culture is our habits. These are mores. These are ways of being. These are ways of showing up. See? This is a way of conducting yourself. And you conduct yourself based on the ideas and the thoughts and the motivations and the visions that you have. So if we simply have a vision of consumption, which is evident when we can buy expensive cars and live in rental properties. Now, if you buy an expensive car, I'm not gonna say that that's all wrong to live in a rental property if you're saving your money and you're buying other properties to rent out. See? Because that will create cash flow. The point is that until we have the ideas and the concepts and the create the culture among ourselves to be enterprising, we will continue to be consumers. And that will not enable us to reach what? Our goals, because of goals, if a goal or success is the termination of your endeavors, a favorable termination of your endeavors, meaning if our objective and our endeavor is to create wealth among ourselves and our families, our communities, and our nation, then we have to be engaged in some process that will take us to the termination of those endeavors. If you are not engaged in it, you can't terminate it. You haven't even started it. How you going to finish something that you ain't even started? It don't compute. See, that's not mathematics. See, so we must, well, you know, I get very conscientious about this, what we must. We have to stay, okay. The path is here. We have a path. It's important to identify if we want to be successful and create a culture of success. Because if we don't create the culture of success, and what is that? Those are habits. Let's look at some of the success habits. Culture of success, habits of success. They equate. Some of the fundamental habits of success is connecting with each other and basically keeping our word. You know, we don't have to get too deep with this. How about starting with keeping our word? Sister Brandy, I'm going to do so-and-so. Okay? If Brother Michael said he's going to do it, I want you to know, Sister Brandy, that if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. We just had a side conversation. You said, I want you to know, Brother Michael, X, Y, Z. I said, yes, ma'am. If Brother Darrell say, Brother Michael, this is what I want you to do, I say, yes, sir, I'll do it. And I want him to know. I want him to know. I want to be so consistent with that, that if I don't do it, that is the exception and not the norm. But we have to ask ourselves, do we always do what we say we're going to do? I mean, that's basic, family. Now, if you're in FOI and MGT, and if you fail to show up on a post, now you got a problem. You got to report to somebody. That could be an infraction of security, particularly in certain situations. Is not our creating our financial independence a security issue? Is it not a security issue Can we not at least keep our word with one another and communicate on a reliable basis? Can we not say, well, brother, I'm not sure I can do this, and keep moving on? We ain't got to be just trying to sound good with each other, family. Come on, we need to know who we can count on. The minister said, business is warfare. That's what the general said. That's what the vice chairman said. He said, business is warfare. We can't be playing with this stuff. But if you don't want to be in that part, if you don't want to be that, if you don't want to be a foot soldier, if you don't want to be out front, okay, play an administrative role. But stop talking like you want to be out front. Because we out front. See, I know before this program comes on how Sister Brandy feel, how Brother Rodney Assad Muhammad feels sometimes. I know how Brother Darrell feels sometimes. But the word came up earlier about consistency. Now, let me tell you a little something. Before I came on, I was all right until everybody said, well, we were waiting for Brother Michael. I got my pen and paper. I said, oh, Lord. Now, all of a sudden, I started getting all nervous. I said, can I deliver? I say, hey, what I do? I've been crying to God. And it opened up to that when we work righteousness, Allah will pull us through. I'm telling you, that's what the message came. Because we step out on faith. So we create this culture of righteousness, nobility, and serving. See, because those are aspects of foundational stones to the structure of our success. These are foundational pillars. See, family? So if we can just kind of like marinate, if you will, on some of these ideas. Do we keep our word? Do we want to be in the vanguard in this battle for our financial independence? This is black wealth empowerment. This ain't, crochet class. We ain't knitting blankets here. This ain't bingo. See what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We trying to create wealth. Do we know what wealth is? Some of us, I think, have a subconscious aversion to it because basically we have heard that all rich people are evil. So by nature, you don't want to be one of them if you think that you're going to be evil. Your enemy did a good job that got you thinking like that. And you playing along with it. When you go to and look at all of the favored and the righteous men of God, in some way they didn't need for anything eventually, not on a material plane. See? So family, we're going to continue with this effort. We're going to continue to prepare the mind because nothing externally can ever manifest that doesn't first manifest internally. It can happen. It can happen. You can't produce something outside of yourself that is within yourself. And conversely speaking, when you produce something outside of yourself, don't act like you don't know how that happened, because it was in you. Okay? It might be something you wasn't too pleased with, but don't be trying to blame nobody else. Okay? Because that's just the way that stuff works. And, for the most part, family, that's essentially what I'm grateful to be able to share tonight. I do want to point out that Brother Rodney Assad Muhammad also pointed out something that the minister said, and Brother Darrell has been more or less driving home for quite some time. We don't value what we don't pay for. We just don't value it. We can to some extent, but once you have something on the table, something in the outcome, then you're apt to be more involved and not simply singing, singing songs, or just like our minister say, teach, brother minister, teach, teach, and then we go on, don't do nothing. Now, it's not, this ain't a, I'm just saying what he said, okay? We cannot create, maybe we need to start with identifying what wealth is. What really is it? It's not just, it's not just paying the bills every week. No. Wealth is an aspect of a subculture of every nation. Every nation is concerned about their economic solvency and well-being. Every nation. We are a nation of people. So we to not be concerned with our economic, to depend on our enemies for everything, we will remain in that economically subjugated. We will remain economically subjugated because we are not economically free. You're one or the other. They cut the daggone food stamps, cut the welfare check. Everybody, a whole lot of people. I mean, the thing's going to go up in smoke, and it's not just us. But see, we don't even need to be tripping on that. The point is, we shouldn't even be waiting for nothing like that to happen. But there's a cause and effect factor. See, you can't produce an effect without a viable cause. It starts here. It's mathematics. You do this and you get that result. Then you do that and you get that result. You can't get over there without starting from here and understanding the processes and the procedures and the systems in order to produce the desired outcome and result. So this is something that yes, it starts there, and then we say, okay, let me try it. We can't just sit there and say, oh, wow, that sounds good. Oh, wow, that's good. Oh, wow, that's deep. Oh, man, that brother taught. Oh, bro, did you hear the minister tonight? Oh, wow, oh, wow. Okay, what time the game come on? What time dinner? Okay. Okay. Okay, so, we had to make some sacrifices. We have to make some sacrifices. And family, is not a whole lot. There's probably more I can, but in respect of everyone's time and attention, I'm grateful, I'm honored. I thank you for giving me these few moments. I thank Allah for allowing me to be among you. I love each and every one of you, and I will do everything that I possibly can to measure up to that which Allah has placed upon me. I'm committed. I'm here. That's pretty much it, family. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you so very much, Brother Michael Carlos Muhammad. Brothers and sisters, you experienced it yourself. What a powerful, powerful presentation that the brother shared with us. You feel his spirit. You saw for yourself, brothers and sisters, what the brother delivered to us tonight. Brothers and sisters, now it's on us. It's on us to take it, review it, study it, and ask Allah to make that a part of our spirit. Thank you so very much, Brother Michael Carlos. We appreciate you, brother. You're one of the shining stars, not just here at BWE, but in our entire nation of Islam. Brothers and sisters, we want to take about 5 minutes. If you have some questions for our brother, If you have some questions for our brother, please take the time to enter that right now in the private elusive exclusive Facebook group, and our dear sister, our membership coordinator, will read those questions off to our brother. So Sister Brandy, if there's some questions, go ahead and let me know. Are there any questions right now?
Brother,
You got to take the mute off your mic.
Brother Darrell, can you
Yes,
still hear
sir.
me? You know, I touched on the Vietnamese and how they seem to dominate this fingernail business. The other part of the story is this. As I have mentioned in the past, I was in that nation before that nation during the revolution. The Vietnamese that are here immigrated, or shall I say, escaped when the South collapsed under the conquest of the North. So all of these folks, they either in some way got aid from the United States or they had money to escape the oncoming forces. Now here's my point. That was not an urban environment, so to speak. These people were peasants. You know what a peasant is? They had a peasant culture. These people were out in what you call rice paddies. If you go into history and you look at the Vietnamese rice paddies, I mean, these people, they lived in grass huts, a lot of them. So now here's the lesson. I look around, and those that got out of grass huts are now charging our sisters hundreds of dollars to do their nails. That was not a legacy of enterprise. It was, although it was in their spirit, because they were farmers and they worked, so it was enterprise. So when they got in the country, they figured out a niche to move in on, and as our minister told us, everybody comes in the black community. Have you heard him say that? Everybody comes in the black community. When we see the Koreans, where are they? Selling the hair in the black community. You see some of the other Arabs where? In the black community. Why? Because we've left a void. We haven't established ourselves in these businesses where there's apparently money there. We got some shops, beauty shops, but those folks have dominated. Look at the Eastern Indians. What do you know them for? Hotels and motels. Think about it. You go to some of them cheap motels, that's what you get. But, you know, I wanted to leave you with that, brother. That's it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Because, you know, as we prepare for some questions from Sister Brandy, brother says, you know, we have to understand. That's why the minister came out with those books, right? The Secret Relationships with Blacks and Jews. He said the problem is when we sit across the table from our enemy, he knows who we are, but we don't know who he is. We have to know these things, all right? We can't run out there blindly. We have to know these things, and that would fuel us. He said the knowledge of self. See, these will fuel us into a great unity, the exalted Christ said. So thank you, Brother Michael. We definitely need that because, you know, it's clarification. You know, it's being able to see things more clearly now. All right? Be able to see things more clearly. Once we understand that this culture, as you said, was created by an enemy, not to want to be a producer anymore, but to be a consumer, and we'll understand how important it is that we do whatever's necessary, face all of our fears to tackle this enemy, to tackle this battle, so we can be accounted for. That I, Brother Darrell, spent my life tackling and overcoming this enemy of our people. That's what the minister's doing. And if he's a follow. So the Brandy right now. Sister Brandy, you got to unmute your mic.
Oh, I thought I did. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Brother Michael. We appreciate your presentation. That was awesome. That was right on time. I'm telling you, I was all inspired. And all the believers, they are so excited. Sister Lynette says she is inspired beyond, just beyond inspired, she said. Sister Cheryl also said that I am so inspired when Brother Michael Carlos speaks because I want him to keep on speaking. Praise be to Allah. We have a lot of just dialogue, and thanking you for the opportunity to hear from you, Brother Michael. I had a quick question for you as it relates to what you were saying with the culture. I wanted to find out for believers and then also non-registered believers, how do we inspire those people or individuals to change their mindset? And then also for the youth coming up. So we have children that are older than like our babies, and we're training them and raising them in a different mindset. How do we encourage and inspire the additional older generation, like the 15 to maybe 25-year-old range?
Yes, ma'am. All of them. It doesn't matter the age, beloved. Thank you for the question, first of all, and it's a very good one. It leads me to another thought. One thought always leads to another. But it's
Yes,
the books that we read and the things we put in front of them. See, if we begin with some of the classics, like Think and Grow Rich, and I think when we start there, we can create a library, a success library. And when we study, we do our spiritual studies, we can do our wealth building studies, family.
yes, sir.
It's just as critical. We need to read this and discuss this. Now, what does this make? What does this mean? And have the younger children, just like we have them, the young FOI out, teaching them to sell papers and teaching them to sell bean pies and things. That's all well and good. We have to take it to another level. And the minister at headquarters and people attempt to do that, but the more that we do not rely on headquarters to do this, the more we do this in our own families, whatever we can do to accelerate and stimulate and catalyze enterprise.
Nice.
Catalyzation of enterprise. Catalyze enterprise. Okay?
Wow.
Catalyze enterprise. We have to do that, whatever it is. See? What'd you do today? Did you make $2? How much you do? Did you put some of it over here and put that back in your business? Buy some more dough. Buy some more bean pie. Buy something. Buy 2 more papers. You know what I mean? Okay? And I've been around and I've seen these people. I think I mentioned on the Science of Getting Rich one night, but we'll leave that for another time because we're getting short. I don't want to dominate, But thank you for the question. We have to put this stuff in their minds, bottom line. It starts from here. You're on mute, Sister Brandy.
Well, let me say this, Brother Michael, if I can add to that, Sister Brandy, what we have to do, we have to, as Brother Michael said, we have to be found being the example, showing them, all right? We can't tell them, We have to get out of the mindset of telling our children, telling our people. We have to be the example. Leaders lead by examples. Leaders do not lead by instructions. They lead by example.
Very good, brother.
See, it's very hypocritical for us to tell our children to go and read, but they never see us with a book. See, that's not going to happen. We're living in this special, unique generation that the minister has told us years and years, right? This is the greatest generation that's ever lived. They're not going to do like previous generations. They're not going to do like all the other generations that would just take what you say and be obedient and then go and do that. All right? They're not going to do that anymore, brothers and sisters. The generation of those are gone. All right? If we're not going to do it, if they're not going to see us doing it, they're not going to listen to us. Only the best will follow our instructions, but the rest, they have to see us do it. They have to see us struggling. So at least they say, Dad, I honored their struggle. I saw them wrestle. I'm going to fulfill their desire. I'm going to fulfill their desire of being a business owner.
Mm-hmm.
They have to see us do it, brothers and sisters. People are not, we just live in an environment right now, as Brother Michael said, brothers and sisters, we live in an environment, talk is cheap. It's not even worth nothing. It's worth less than $1. If our word can't be backed by our money, then our word is worth less than $1. Any other questions, Sister Brandy?
Yes, sir. We have a quick question from Brother Mudakai. He's asking Brother Michael Carlos Muhammad, what elements of enterprising culture can you execute today to start to practice in your own personal life or lives?
It's a kind of like a broad question. I'd like to get that rephrased. And Brother Munakai, I tell you what, we can connect, and I'll post it. Because when you say what elements, we've been engaged in the elements is mindset and follow up with some action based on the mindset. If there's an opportunity in front of you that you feel aligned with, take action on that opportunity. We don't need to science up too doggone much more. We've scienced up enough. See, we can get to a point, go to as far as we can with the knowledge we have, and then when we get to the point where we don't know no more, call on Allah. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Let's go.
That's right, Brother Mike.
Yes, sir.
That is absolutely correct. You know, let me add this as we've gone a little bit over, and we're going to go a little bit over tonight, brothers and sisters. You know, like the minister said, we don't know the next time that we will see you. We don't know the next time that you will be on the broadcast, all right? Because, you know, and what's that? What your boy Nelly used to say, Coach? I see it down there. See, Courage Coach, see, the Courage Coach, the soldier, man. When it's time to roll up the sleeves and get in on it, then he pops up at the bottom of the screen. But what did Nelly say? It's getting hot in here. You know what I'm saying? It's getting hot in here. You know, and to be honest with you, it's been hot since the very beginning. 2015 at BWE is hot. It's going to stay hot, all right? It's going to stay hot, brothers and sisters, all right? Because it's time to go ahead and make this move that Brother Michael was talking about, all right? But Brother Michael is exactly correct, brothers and sisters. Here's the thing that we're trying to make us to understand and make it as clear as possible. We understand, Brother Michael and I were talking earlier today, we understand that sometimes the message has to be clearer, all right? It has to be clearer. We have to work on making our message more clear. But here's the thing that I was sharing with a sister, one of our members today. You know, these principles, these laws that we are learning and we are espousing here on Black Wealth Empowerment, we can understand the principles, understand the laws, right? And then we can take that and apply that specifically to our lives, all right? So we can take the spirit, as brother said, the direction that Allah has given us, the opportunity that is presented to us, our spirit, then we can take our understanding of these principles and laws that we've learned and we can apply. It's very difficult for someone outside of yourself to give you the exact prescription many times because we don't know the totality of your situation. You know, I heard this years ago, and I'm going to swing it over to Brother Coach for some comments, but, you know, I heard it said, now this is hadith of Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, but I heard it said from a very reliable source. They said that the minister said, even when he's wrong, he's based on the information that you gave him. So you give him limited information, he gives you the best answer based on that limited information. Then when it's not right, it's not that he gave us wrong advice, he gave us the best advice based on the limited information that was given to him. So nobody knows our specific situation better than us. So it's very difficult for many times for us to say, okay, Brother Darrell, this is exactly what you should do. All right? That's very dangerous because if you follow that and it don't work, now you're coming to blame us. If you follow that and it causes hardship in your life, then you coming back to blame us. Our job is to try to crystallize as best as we can the principle, the law, okay? So it's be so clear to us to as we can see now how to use it in the specific areas of our life. Is that right, Coach?
You're on mute,
I was
brother.
on mute.
Courage, Coach, you're on
I was
mute.
on mute. I was on mute. I was over here multitasking on Facebook, trying to get it in. You know how we do. It's getting hot in here. But yes, sir, that's absolutely correct. You know, and I want to add to that, Brother Daryl, as we get ready to wrap everything up. That's what it's about. Even in our personal lives, and Brother Michael always attests to this. We have to have a culture in our personal lives. You have to have a culture of progress, a culture of getting things done, a culture of ethics, a culture of, you have to have a our personal constitution, our personal culture, our personal mission statement. That stuff, it starts within and spreads without. See, if our mosque, home, church, organizational culture is not right, then we need to check the culture of the individuals. The culture of the individuals, then that means you don't even have an agreed upon system by which you operate out of, which produces inconsistency, haphazard behavior, scattered thoughts and actions and activities, and you end up all over the place. You do a whole bunch of jumping around but no motion, a lot of moving but no motion. And so, Brother Michael, you're right, exactly. And that's a very timely message for us, because we have to change even our own internal culture. I had to, on some projects I'm working on, this is how beautiful what you're saying is, I had to change. Okay, normally I might go to bed at 11:30, 12 o'clock. Well, I said, at this project I'm working on, I got to change my own culture. The culture now is to stay up till 1. That's became my personal culture. That stay up at 1, still get up at the same time, get that done. Well, normally, I may do this little thing at 12 o'clock when I send my people to lunch, I change my whole culture to where now the culture for my world, my environment, my personal place is that I do 45 minutes spending time on that project. I had to change how I do what I do. And so, Brother Daryl, you're right and exact with that, and I just wanted to make sure I wanted to add that little piece, because that's just how powerful what Brother Michael is saying. If you didn't get that, brother, sisters, you got to go back over the broadcast again. If Brother Daryl allows it to be shown again, you want to go back and really, really get deep into what Brother's really saying to us, because that's a huge key that we got tonight. It's about that culture, and sometimes we think culture is just maybe art and music and things like that, and that is. But it's the activities. It's the activities as a whole. That's the culture. So if you have a culture of watching TV when you come home, that's your culture. That's what y'all do. Y'all watch shows, and that's what you do. We watch movies and videos, and we go to Redbox, and that's your culture. That's your family culture. But don't be mad when you're broke. You can't be upset if you're not getting along well in life. It's your culture. You want to check your culture. It's not the information you got, because everybody's got access to the same information. If we're in the Nation of Islam, you got access to the same videos, same message, same thing. Just like the Christ told the Ambulance Spark and others, I taught him like I taught all the others. I gave you what I gave everybody else. And so, so I'm sorry, I think change on Brother Daryl. But so that's what it is, brothers and sisters. So just keep in mind that, that it's about the culture. So go back over this video. Thank you, Brother Daryl. Thank you, Sister Brandy. And I thank you definitely, Brother Michael Carlos Muhammad, for that wonderful presentation. I thank each and every one of you for watching tonight, because you could have been, like our brother Jay-Z said, you could have been any place in the world, but you're here with me. And I appreciate that. I'm Rodney Assad Muhammad, your courage coach. Now cultivate the courage to roar. Back to you, Brother Daryl.
All right. Thank you so very much, Coach. We appreciate your comments. Brothers and sisters, we want to thank you for another successful live. This is live, brothers and sisters. This is live broadcast. Live, BWE live. Not just any broadcast live. BWE live. So with that being said, I want to swing it over to our Sister Brandy so she can say farewell to everybody, and then we'll call it a night. Sister Brandy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Once again, thank you all for participating. Thank you for actively being engaged in our BWE Facebook group. I just want to say ours because it's all of us. It takes every last one of us to be able to do what we all are doing here tonight. Brother Michael, once again, as I always say, you are amazing. I appreciate it. One second. Sorry. I wanted to make sure I got that rebroadcast. Sorry about that. Just want to say once again, thank you, Brother Michael. That was an awesome presentation that you have done. Don't forget, we are in a quality membership drive. That means that believers jump on board, get your friends, your family that are in the Nation of Islam, of course, online. Get them all excited and revved up because next week will be another powerhouse presentation. Looking forward to hearing from you all throughout the week as well. And may Allah continue to bless each and every one of you. Love you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, beautiful sister.
All right. Thank you, Sister Brandy. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters. That is our membership coordinator. She's just revving up now. Wait till she really gets going there in that membership department, and then you'll see this membership. You'll see Black Wealth Empowerment Live go to a whole nother level. So once again, brothers and sisters, thank you so very much. In order to watch the broadcast, a guaranteed way to see the broadcast is to go to your registration link. That registration link is a live link that will always give you access to the broadcast. So if you're saving all of them from week to week, just put them in a folder in your email box, and you'll be able to go through them at your leisure. So it doesn't matter if we post them or not, you'll be able to have access to them. And you know what you can do? Don't tell everybody. You can forward that email to some specific targeted believers now. We're not talking about blasting out to everybody. Remember, we want to personally connect to specific believers who you know will benefit from this broadcast. All right? And go ahead and just forward that email to them and say, hey, look, I'm going to email you something. Take a look at it. You'll like it. Call them first. All right? Personalize it. All right? Personalize it. So, brothers and sisters, thank you so very much for being here. And as always, visit the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group throughout the week. If you have follow-up questions, Brother Michael, he's a member, active member. He'll answer them. Brother Michael will go in after tonight and maybe answer your, well, I know he would, but answer your question that you may have that you thought of after, or we didn't get a chance to answer tonight. Brothers and sisters, tonight was a historical, powerful night. You are getting the best that this society has to offer right here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. So as always, sisters, brothers and sisters, remember, we'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, but most important, the Nation of Islam deserves your very best. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, sir.